let me know when you want me to eat a dream for keeping or for eating.
Yes. I should have had you keep mine. Perhaps if perhaps we can let a bubble form around
Okay.
and you can hold on to my dream for me.
Oh, won't that mean we're gonna go back to the beginning?
Maybe we would. Maybe we don't want to do that. Let's
Oh,
let's keep it in mind then. As we see something interesting, we'll keep it for ourselves.
no, don't want to go through all that again.
Yeah. All right.
I saw some things that really bugged me in there.
There are some challenging things for sure. All right, I'm gonna life bubble us all with we're caster level 13 now, I think.
Yeah, feel free to put your spells on your token.
Yep, I'm giving people telepathic bond. Which is tens. So 130 minutes. Does time I'm guessing time for the purposes of spells moves similar.
Knowledge planes.
Knowledge plane. 24. 37.
Because this is your second time in the dream realm and you've given this some thought, you're guessing that the time dilation in the dream realm is 1 to 10.
Huh.
So if it lasts
for every 10
1
minutes
minute...
for every 10 minutes in the dream realm, 1 minute lasts outside.
Oh wow.
But you're casting the spell while in the dream realm, so it's good. The duration is going to be locked to the dream realm. Had you cast this before you guys entered the dream realm, this would have lasted forever.
Yeah.
It would have lasted 10 times as long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And now that you're casting the spell, these thoughts are flowing through your head, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay." All the spellcasters know the next time you go into the dream realm, cast your buffs beforehand.
Yeah.
All right. Good point.
There, say, what are you casting right now? Are we
Life bubble. 3 hours of life bubble for everyone.
I'll do.
Wonderful. Do you think it was near evening? It appears these bubble clusters are getting bigger.
Yes, people are falling asleep in the pearl.
You do notice that you guys have to keep moving, otherwise the bubbles, the cascading soap bubbles of different dreams, you could see kind of like hazes of what's going on inside of them are like continuing to grow, and they seem to be growing rapidly at this point. Are you allowing the bubbles to overtake you? Are you still trying to stay on the edge of them? Or are you just heading out into the darkness or something else?
Well, we need to get a sense of sort of where Ezri went.
Yep.
And to see the tracks, we need to be inside of a bubble. But at some point, we're going to run out of bubbles. We need to get near the edge and find this guy. So what we probably want to find is a bubble that looks like it's been there for a long time.
Okay, so you guys are staying near the edge. You almost have to hustle as bubbles begin to appear, and then you run through them, and you're staying near the edge while trying to chase down Ezri.
Yeah.
Ezri's tracks, that is.
Yeah. I think finding Ezri's tracks is kind of the key thing. And finding this guy who can help us get across, that's actually probably more important.
You end up running through tall grasses, being chased by a snake. The person is in absolute terror, and all of you are like running in absolute terror along beside him. The snake seems to be getting bigger and faster as it goes. It's multicolored and kind of looks like a weird sock like monster. You end up in a comforting dream where somebody's mother, you get the sense that they may be dead, but they're trying to convince themselves in the dream that a few more minutes with mom. There's a guy dreaming through a mask that seems to be watching someone, like they're stalking. There's a dream where someone is walking across the keys of a piano, making sound, but they're not a musician, so they're trying to make music, and it ends up being this cacophony that they think is good.
Terrible. Boo!
There is somebody who's having a nightmare being chased by zombies down a street. Marty's had zombie dreams. Imagine the dreams you'd have if zombies were real and had just gone through the plague of them. There's some
like
right. Yes.
4 months back.
There's you get the sense that there's definitely trauma from the recent events in Bostera and with the Blood Veil and all of that. Eventually you do see little cat footprints running through the zombie dream, and it reaches this you now know the direction she was going.
Okay.
She for a while was just zigzagging through things and checking things out, but eventually you found a distinct direction she was heading.
Let's head that way. But we need to, if we can, stay outside the bubbles and look for someone that's been stuck here a long time that can help us across.
Okay. An hour in the dreaming passes by the time you get to the point where you know the direction she's going. And then 2 hours as you're following that direction, the bubbles have stopped like pushing you out. And you're kind of going along the sides of the dreams, checking in on the dreams to see if you could see that she's still going in the same direction. And you're pretty sure that you're on the periphery now. You're not in a dream. You're floating on the edge. You can see like a star-filled sky, little constellations, little clusters way in the distance. And she is definitely heading towards one constellation where it would be the equivalent of there's a bunch of little lights and like a North Star, this big golden star of light.
Okay.
That is in the center of it. But you get the sense that there is a whole lot of nothing between here and there.
Yeah. If we look around, do we see any things that don't look like dream bubbles? Or dream bubbles that look like they're especially stable?
Or do we see anything signaling somebody else going in the same direction?
Thurgus, we're only seeing her tracks when we're in somebody's fucking head, aren't we?
Yes.
Maybe we should go into one of those bubbles that's on the edge and have a look out.
That makes sense. Yes, yes. Perhaps she found our friend and got herself there through quicker means? Hopefully.
I can't believe any of this crap makes sense. Don't think of crap. Don't. Oh, it's all in my fur.
Can you taste it in the back of your throat?
No, don't you? Don't. Ah! You bastard! you big bastard!
Oh, we're covered in poop. And burrs! I got burrs everywhere!
That one. Let's go into that one.
Okay. You end up, somebody is just walking on the shore of an ocean, like a beach somewhere. Everything's a little bit hazy, but you can see big footprints in the sand. And you could see, while in the dream on the outside, she goes down a little bit. And then there's this golden streak. Like she went really fast or like at some sort of accelerated speed. There's just this golden path leading towards the star that is in the distance. Towards that cluster of dreams. Towards what could very well be all the people in Heshmala dreaming.
Well, I suppose we just need to think of something really fast, like, I don't know, like an ether rail in the dream world, or like a giant chariot pulled by flaming skulls, or maybe like a carriage that has horses with like maybe exploding feet or something.
Let's go down there and see what's present.
Okay, for a brief moment, Zephyrus, you notice that the little boy had kind of like a little wiggling booger in his nose.
Is it coming out of the nose, or
No,
is it just...
it seemed to go back in. He sniffed it back in.
Interesting.
Little kids are gross, dude.
Zephyrus just looks at it, thinks about it, but he doesn't mention it. He doesn't know what to make of it.
Okay.
Because remember, Zephyrus didn't hear anything, doesn't know anything about anything else.
And she went down in that direction. Kana, she went a little bit far away. Over there.
You can see that there were footprints outside of the dream this time.
Is there a bubble over there?
There's no bubble there right now.
Let's check it out.
Well, it started there, so maybe there is something else there.
You get out of the beach dream and you don't see her footprints.
Don't worry, I know where we're going. I can
Good.
see it in my mind.
Right.
Here, I'll show you.
And Thurgus starts dreaming about the footprints that he just saw. Apparently Thurgus is just smart enough to do things that are like that.
Yeah, we're following them.
Professor, we'll let you dream up our mode of transit then when we get there.
What you mean?
Oh boy.
Oh, do you mean like a boat?
No, boats are too slow. We need something fast. Something like a race car powered by like ethereal energy, or like a bunch of imprisoned primordials that we use to drive massive pistons.
That boat there looks pretty fast.
How about that boat down there?
And you can see, just sitting in this starry water, this really big, strange-looking boat.
Nice.
It doesn't even have like flames painted on it.
I think we just get into it.
It does not have flames painted on it.
Let's go and introduce ourselves to the captain. Perhaps the captain would like for you to practice your art skills and speed up this boat.
Oh yeah, let's go find him. Come on, first one there wins. And the professor will do that thing where he like Sonic crouches down and like pew! Like a little smoke trail behind him as he runs really fast down to the boat.
Okay.
You know, it might be danger. Yeah. All right.
Come on, you guys are so slow. Oh, this is a nice boat.
Oh, I think it's a boat.
That, my friend, is a ship. I don't see any sails on it, but perhaps it moves through the ether in a strange way.
Really?
Well,
Perhaps by steam.
I don't think it's a coincidence that it is here and Ezri moved really fast from here.
Yes, hurry. Let's make our way to this place.
Okay. Are you entering the boat area in a particular way, or it just seems to be sitting there?
as a group.
Yeah, well, the professor runs up to it when he's on the dock waiting. He's just jumping up and down.
There's
like,
no
"Come on,
dock.
hurry up."
It's sitting in the middle of a blue sea. The edges of the blue sea turn way to starlight and just the expanse, and there's no dock. It seems to be anchored at this point.
Let's have Thurgus and Zephyros lead the way, and I'll hover above them. The professor is probably scouting ahead, let's say charitably.
The professor runs up
Recklessly
across the
exploring.
water to the end of it, notices there's no dock, and conjures thinks about a dock underneath him. And while he's looking at himself, he thinks about really kiddish looking pirate clothes, like a peg leg and
Sure.
a parrot on his arm.
Okay, you got a little stuff.
Ahoy, mateys!
You got a little stuffed parrot on your maybe as a kid you celebrated the Night of Ghouls, where children dress up in funny costumes and go ask for treats from from neighbors.
Like a wooden sword too. All aboard!
One of the last moments of innocence from your horrible life, and yeah, Scholar. So, are you actually jumping onto the boat?
I'll impatiently jump up and down on the dock till they're close, and then once they get
Okay.
closer, I will walk onto the ship.
Oblivious to the creepiest, rottenest, worm-ridden dock that just came out of the deep. It's washed with dead fish, and there's visible worm rot throughout this dock. There are gaff hooks and weird nets with tangles of shit from the sea. There's this horrible wafting stink of rotten fish. But the professor's there in his little kid costume, all innocent, just a fish out of water, basically. The dock seems to at least line up with how you get onto the boat.
All right. Let's us continue kind of flying our way there.
Yep. Apparently, there's already a parrot on board. This one is animate.
Oh boy, a parrot!
Hello.
Hello.
We got visitors. We got visitors.
We're all
Ahoy,
the alien
matey!
parrot, I guess.
It looks really cute and young.
What was the name of the person that that got lost in here?
Remy.
Remy, right.
Ahoy!
Which I guess you're approaching from the back.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
There is some hazy lettering on the back, although it's hard to read in the dream realm. You can give me an int check if you want to try to form the words from it.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll take a look before I dash up to see this sweet ass parrot.
Yeah.
$27.
Okay, who else is looking?
Zephyros will
17.
look as well. Zephyros will aid. It's +2.
Okay, so yeah, Pharisee's having a hard time reading the lettering. With a 29, you've almost got it. You're pretty sure the beginning of it says I.A.M, but it's.
Oh, are we rolling independently?
No, that's fine. You could aid. I.A.M. something.
I am fearless, maybe?
That would make sense. The
I
ship
bet the
of
pirate
demons.
parrot knows.
Dreamboat.
Ahoy!
Dreamboat.
Oh. Yes, dreamboat. Well, we're pirates, and we need a ride.
We are not pirates. He is just dressed as a pirate.
Oh no! Pirates! 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 Pirates!
I think I scared him off. We're good pirates. Come back.
There was briefly the sound of the clashing of a great number of sabers and hooks and ropes and like people trying to. When you said pirates, you kind of manifested, or maybe they manifested, or somebody manifested the idea of pirates boarding the ship.
Iambulus. Is this your vessel?
Okay, the professor is now on the vessel. Pharisee, you feel that you're on the vessel as well.
I'll hop on the vessel as well. Yeah.
Yep.
So Ferris will go with.
Okay. The group eventually finds themselves on a beautiful deck area in the boat. I'm just gonna move your tokens to a different map.
Oh wow, is that a pool? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the boat has a pool. You're smart enough to know via its architecture that it's intended to be like a bathing pool, or maybe just a swimming pool. I think it's called deck chairs. If you stop moving your tokens, I can copy them. It's all right. You find yourself in this beautiful area. There's all sorts of place settings. You notice that there's a place setting that has been used. There's a pile of cans in the middle of it. And you see that the cans have this label on it of the cartoon cat, and it's something called Purina.
Very nice. Very nice.
Do I feel hungry or compelled to eat at all?
Food for a cat here, yes.
You felt a little bit hungry for things, yes?
They probably won't mind if we help ourselves, right?
What do you wish? What do you wish to eat? What do you desire?
I'll close my eyes and scrunch my face up, and then try and, when I open them, I don't know, have you ever seen the Robin Williams movie Hook, when the kids imagine the feast in Neverland?
Right, I remember. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and make
Colors.
that. Yeah, all the delicious colors and just the most kid-looking feast I can conjure.
Okay, you end up struggling really hard. You end up seeing a menu.
Oh. I guess that's fine. I do really like reading.
This is where Ezri sat here, right? I should be able to see with the dream.
Yeah, you look at the oh, you're in a dream right now. Ezri is the big golden fur everywhere, and she was eating here, and apparently she
spent some time here.
Apparently she opened up one of the cans and ate it, and you can see the.
Oh.
She ate it with a fork and knife. Maybe not knowing what Purina what actually was, but and the joke that perhaps was being played on her. But yeah, she sat in the chair right beside the professor. The professor's having a hard time with this menu. You've managed to read the word menu. Every time you try to skip to the next word, it's blurry. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to read in your dreams. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yep.
While I'm flipping through trying to read stuff or look for
somebody
pictures,
is coming.
I'll go,
Something's coming up the stairs. It's big. It's lumbering. It's metallic. It's breathing funny.
Oh, maybe that's a waiter.
It has a gaff hook and a cleaver in the other hand.
Pirates! Pirates! Pirates!
You can see the bird flapping around its head.
We are not pirates. We are here to help you. We are part of the crew.
Yeah, not pirates at all. We're just a couple of really ship-shaped sailors.
and I'll concentrate and try and turn my kid's pirate outfit into a kid's sailor outfit, like the Cracker Jack box.
Okay. This dude in a diving suit, or just the diving suit, The little cute parrot lands inside one of the plates and is just flapping around in like a bowl of water.
I'll stand at attention and salute him and go, "Ahoy, Captain! Reporting for duty."
Mira was the name we were looking for?
Remy.
Remy. I'll look at the parrot and say, "Are you Remy?"
He stops the approach of this thing. It also seemed to have a cord coming from it going around, like a big hose attached to the back of the suit.
Does it look like menacing? It looks scary.
Well,
right?
yeah, it looks scary for a moment. You notice it goes over to the table and puts the cleaver down.
The tribe of the moon told us to look for you.
He puts down the gaff hook on the kitchen table.
They are masters of the dreaming, but perhaps not as much as you. You met a friend of ours here. And I'll point at the cans. It's time for our friend to come home. Or for our friend to get the help that she needs to complete her dream.
You're friends with the little thief?
Yes, we speak of Ezri.
She owes me an anchor.
The anchor for this dream? Or the anchor for many dreams? Ah, delightful.
Nice. Nice token. Yeah.
He takes off the suit and sort of wiggles his way out of it. Yeah.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Suki, baby. Don't worry. Captain Remy here chooses love, not war.
Ah, this is definitely a love boat then. That's good. And not a warship.
Not a love boat, but
A dreamboat.
hit it, Horace.
And all of a sudden, you guys melt through the deck chairs into
Yes.
a different area, and it's a lounge of which the likes of which you have never seen before. And there's music.
Ah, my kind of place.
Let's get you.
Very creative.
Let's get you to the lounge. All of your tokens.
Awesome. Oh my god, yeah.
You don't know who's playing in the lounge. Like there seems to be just music coming from everywhere and nowhere at once.
I'll start whistling along, improvising.
I need to make the map a little bit.
Welcome aboard the I.A.M. Dreamboat. I am Captain Remy.
And there's music's going on while he's introducing himself.
And this is my co-captain, Horace.
Shaken, not stirred. Shaken, not stirred.
You notice Horace is sitting in like a martini glass and just like splashing water everywhere, just happy as could be. There's this like almost showmanship like laugh, like ha 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 ha, ha at this, and then all of a sudden he's in like a sequins uniform with frills coming from underneath his arms like a bird. And if you guys want to sing along, you can play this. You can play this YouTube scene.
Yes, please.
All right. Dream. Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. And dreams. Life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It floats back to you. The dreamboat will be making another run. The dreamboat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new experience.
Shake a not stirred.
Dream won't hurt anymore.
He's dancing with all of you.
An open smile on a friendly shore. It's yeah! Suki Suki, baby.
Yeah!
All of you are in like suits, I guess, and seem to be there's glitter and like a big glittery ball at the top of that.
That was great.
Yeah, baby.
Zephyros just looks at Pharisee and says, I don't know what's happening.
Welcome to the dream. Do you know where this boat's headed?
Of course I know where it's headed and where it's not. We're on the shores of the Great Wheel. Gotta watch out for these waters. There's quite a few dangers looking around.
Yes.
Now, you're friends with a thief, and you're not pirates. At least I don't think you are.
Not pirates.
You got that right. That we're not. You're right that we're not. But we are friends with the thief. Did she steal from you?
Of course she did. Sticky little fingers found some things that, well, didn't belong to her. I don't need them exactly, but I would like them back at one point in time or another. She took my anchor.
Oh.
Not the anchor for the ship, but an anchor.
Ah.
We can get to all that when we've had enough time to get to know one another.
Good. Well, the faster we can travel, the better, so we'll let you get to know us as quickly as possible.
All right,
In
then.
that way.
While you settle in, we'll have a night of song and drinking and dance. It's not every day that I get, well, lucid dreamers come visiting. It's so many at once. Very surprised to meet your little kitty cat named Ezri.
Good, good.
You guys relax here. Get acquainted. Have a look around the dreamboat. I'm its captain, my co-captain. We'll freshen up a bit, and we'll meet you on the flip side.
You have defenses against the things out there, or do you simply outrun them? How will we meet on the flip side?
So many questions. We'll get to all that. We'll have a little bit of fun first. A little drink, maybe some dinner. Please, have a look around.
Captain!
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Captain Remy will be with you shortly. And he kind of twirls out of the room, humming the song he just sang, and the bird.
You be good. You be good.
Let's look around. I want to see the engine room. I bet we can make it go really fast.
Yes. Let's go see how this thing works. We've got...
There is a lurch as the boat seems to be moving.
Nice.
Oh.
Are we
Is it-
going in the direction we were shooting for?
It's hard to tell.
Uh,
There's a bunch
I'll-
of water, and then if you look really far out, there's like star-filled sky. It's almost like the dream is a moving bubble of water that the boat is moving on.
oh, I see. The bubble might be stationary, but the movement is within the bubble. Let's take a quick look though from hop up on a high point and check and see if the boat's pointed towards the golden ray?
Yeah, so Farisay then goes back to the top deck. What are the rest of you doing? It sounded like Professor wanted to go look around in the bowels of the boat.
Yeah, I want to look for the engine room. I will imagine myself back in my sailor's outfit until I find it, then a mechanic's outfit.
Oh, this has got to be the worst place ever. Circus.
I think we should not split up. We should stay together.
Can I smash this stuff or what? He's making me angry.
I think
Come on, Circus, lighten up! We're on a cruise! Didn't you hear? Love and all that?
All right, I'll follow the kid for now.
Okay.
I think we'll all follow the kid. Like, I don't think we should be splitting up.
Okay.
I'm with you.
You get
You
the
guys
sense.
worry too much.
You get the
It's a
sense that
vacation.
Horace is keeping an eye on you. It kind of comes flying back in the room and then leaves and comes back again and leaves. So, you end up not quite in the engine room. But you do see a dining hall, like a formal dining hall.
All right.
This isn't the engine room? Oh, what? This isn't going to work at all. How am I supposed to supercharge this with elementals?
Maybe there's a helm. Perhaps you could see where the controls are.
Oh, maybe. And maybe there's a map room too. You can see
Oh.
if the golden thing is going in the right direction.
That
Yes,
would
yes.
typically be close to the helm.
We keep looking.
I see you, Horace. Why don't you take us someplace useful?
Gonna eat later. Gonna eat later.
Ah, all right, all right.
Someplace fun. Someplace fun.
Is that what this is? Someplace fun?
It hops in a bunch of bowls and seems to have fun, like spilling things. But then goes flying from the room. You get the sense that it understood. It wants to show you something.
Yes. What do you think? Do you want to play with the bird, young Henry?
Follow that bird.
I'll
It
run after
always
it.
knows.
And I'll try and capture it. I'll try and
Yeah, you
Jump
go
and
you go
grab
running after the bird. You end up in a spot that you're pretty sure you're not supposed to be in.
Nice.
Maybe you're picking up the bird's not supposed to bring you here, or maybe this is a private place. But it's a giant, like, captain's room.
Oh,
And if you wait
maybe-
for a moment, there are some odd things that are littered throughout the room.
Aha.
Somehow his suit is back here. The big metal, slow-moving thing that he was going to attack you in while you guys were pretending to be pirates. But there are curious objects in the room itself.
Oh, I think maybe we're not supposed to be in here, but that wouldn't matter if we were part of the crew.
and I will concentrate hard and imagine myself as in a little sailor costume again, this time with a feather duster in my hand, and I will go up to his stuff and like, I'm just part of the crew, and I'll start feather dusting around and looking at these things.
I'll cast invisibility on myself and start looking at them with detect magic.
Okay, master bedroom. So yes, kind of standing creepily, like on guard as you entered, was the diving suit. It's got the it's got the gaff hook in its hands. It doesn't have the cleaver. The cleaver might be in the kitchen somewhere. But Horace is just jumping on the bed and seems to be happy. See, he's watching you, but he seems to be happy that you're in here. Or maybe he's happy that he won't be the only one who gets in trouble.
Aha.
There is magic in this room. You've gotten... There's probably too much dream magic, kind of...
Yeah.
The 4 objects, though, are magical.
Okay. Is Horus magical?
Horus might have magic on him.
Does he have a lot of transmutation on him? Is he maybe polymorphed into that form?
Give me a spellcraft.
I can do that. Spellcraft is plus 23. 35.
Horus's form... You try to pierce through it, and it's... He is made up of some sort of divine energy.
Okay. Okay.
Like, his whole being is divine energy. You're almost like... You think that if he didn't take parrot form, he wouldn't exist.
Ah. You've chosen this form, Horus. Good, good. Because we could undo it if you're forced into it. Maybe.
It just flutters its feathers and preens a little bit. And
all right.
Professor, when you approach one of the objects, a bunch of static came out of it.
I'll go closer and...
Oh, you get really close, and the static is loud and like there's a screeching noise coming from it. It seems to be the closer you get to it, the worse the sound that comes from this weird box with dials on it.
I'll back away a little bit.
Okay, it dies down a little bit.
What the heck is that?
I'll approach it after the professor does. Does it do the same thing for me?
No. It doesn't make any noise.
Yeah.
Zephyros goes closer to see if it does for him.
No, it looks like a device. It's got some knobs on it, and
Yeah. Let's figure out from like an engineering standpoint, how's this thing work?
yeah, you could give me a knowledge architecture engineering, or maybe just a use magic device.
Ah. Yeah.
Knowledge engineering.
I will UMD it. 34.
Yeah, you win. Zephyros is an 18.
Okay,
A
so
lot of UMD to help my familiar.
Zephyros is kind of like, maybe if you touch the dials or that thing does something. And it's like, well, yeah, of course this thing does something. Eventually you find a switch, and you're like, you think you're turning the thing on and off.
Okay.
And then there's a dial where, oh, that's volume. Like the slight kind of crackle in the background gets really loud when you turn it up one way and you kind of turn it back down. You're not too sure what the thing in the middle is doing, but as you move it, you can hear like...
While they're doing that, I'll move closer. Still pretending to be dusting unconvincingly.
Let's see if we can tune in.
Oh no! Whatever the professor's doing is just making this high pitched screech come out of the box.
Have we heard that high pitched screech before?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess that's not helping.
Okay, the
you guys
professor,
can play with that
the
one.
professor, like it's a loud noise. Maybe it was the professor, maybe it was Zephyros, but you bumped the thing next to it, and that thing's now making noise, but it's music.
That thing's better, isn't it?
There's a spinning disc, and there's some sort of arm, and there's music coming out of the expanding horn. It seems to be kind of very like operatic music.
That sort of almost makes sense. It's a horn makes music, sure.
Yep.
Like it's a magical horn.
And
Here's
then
rolls engineering 22 to see if he knows anything.
You're pretty sure it's got a similar switch to the other one where you could turn it on and off.
Zephyrus is of no help.
I'll do an engineering on that one.
This device, for whatever reason, is not making the same screeching noises when the professor is near.
34.
Yeah, it's very inspirational music. It's making all of you feel great.
I'm going to pull this over away from the professor and play with the dials. See if I can find something that makes it make coherent sounds.
I'm going to listen to the music a little bit, like bop around next to it, maybe like jump up and down.
Yeah,
on this chair
it's like some like very, very uppity, exciting operatic music.
Zephyrus is also enjoying it. He's also
symphonic music. They're like big drums and dong 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 dong. Pharisee recognizes that device is playing a bard song.
I'll kind of like dance around the room.
Magical like me is how interesting. A bard in a box.
Maybe jump on these things and dance my way around, avoiding Pharisee. Just really groove into the tunes.
And Zephyrus is standing there enjoying the song, like he's taking it in.
There's Pharisee on one channel. It's you almost had to crank it that's dial all the way to one side. And
so
you can,
NPR. No.
and you can hear beeping.
Oh. Interesting. This might be a language. It might be some sort of communication.
Can I hear it from my side of the room?
Yep. Yeah, it's like.
Let's see if we can comprehend that. I'll cast comprehend languages on myself.
Interesting. It's a code. It's still. Let me read the spell.
Do you know these sounds, Horace?
Old code. Old code.
Oh, yes. Can you help us understand it? Is it important? Maybe?
Old code. Old code. Bad news. Bad news.
Oh.
You can understand the spoken words of creatures or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. It's beeping. The spell enables you to understand or read an unknown language but not speak or write it. It keeps on repeating 2 letters in a sequence.
It's repeating letters.
No, it's not just 2 letters interchangeable. It is SOS.
Oh, SOS. What does that mean?
It must be some sort of... Perhaps we'll find a combination that needs it later.
Old code.
SOS isn't in this world, or in D&D, right?
It's new to you guys.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these other 2 things and see if any of them
Wait,
have
hold on.
O's or S's.
Wait, I just had another idea.
I will pull in my pocket and pull out a blank spell book.
What does SOS mean?
And I will cast
Page-bound epiphany?
Page-bound epiphany, yeah. So in theory, it should fill with knowledge from this plane, which maybe is this dream, which if we're on this boat, there's probably a manual that explains SOS somewhere here. Yeah, I will flip through it and I will look for I'll spend a minute reading through this to give me a +10 and knowledge. What is the best knowledge for this?
Local?
Yeah, or is it like engineering? Sailing is kind of an engineering thing.
Yeah, I'd let engineering help out with this.
It's like a metally looking box. Maybe it's an engineering problem. It's a code. All right, let's do 1d20 plus engineering plus page-bound epiphany. 1 on the die, 30.
Okay, it stands for, in a strange language, save our ship.
Save our ship. Here we go.
Well, hopefully not this one.
Save it from what?
No, old code, old beacon, old beacon.
What about this? What about this device over here?
Don't go there. Don't go there.
All right. What about this device next to it?
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll do a knowledge engineering on the one he said
This thing?
hello to. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's flapping around this thing going,
Hello.
And he said, "Don't go near this one, the backpack radio."
No, he was talking about a beacon.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'll do knowledge engineering 35.
It's biting on the end of this weird disc on one of this. There's a handle, there's a cord. Maybe the thing lifts up.
It looks like a horn. Perhaps I can play it. I'll pick it up.
Okay, there's a weird single tone, not a beeping tone. It just.
What does that sound?
It's very slight, and you got it upside down. Okay, you can hear this phone thing ends up being in your face.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Are there any letters on it?
There are a bunch of, do you think, numbers?
Yeah, right. It's a dream, so...
Ring. Hello.
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 Which one do I push?
It's not even a push, if you notice.
Oh, all right.
There's this weird. Oh, you're getting something. You
Twist it a little bit.
You turned it clockwise, and then you let it go, and it kind of you heard a bunch of clicks, and there's no other tone anymore.
Interesting. I'll do it again.
Who are you gonna call?
I don't know. Who am I gonna call?
Who are you gonna call?
There's something strange on this ship. Something strange about it. I'll see if I can match the pattern of beeps with clicks.
Yep, the number of clicks seems to go up as you go around the dial.
All right. Interesting.
And then you realize you dial 5 numbers, and then the sound changes. It actually goes to a beep 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 beep.
Different sound. Interesting.
Beep beep.
I'll pulling the cord. Is there anything I can blow into to make it make noise?
Yeah, you end
I'll
up
whistle into it.
you whistle into it. You might hear yourself in the top part and from the bottom part. You pull the cord out, all the noises stop.
Oh, you broke it.
Let's put that back in.
Okay, you put the cord back
All right.
in, and it seems to be fine. It reset all of your.
All right.
You end up hitting it. It's got a bell in it. Like you shake it a little bit, and there's like
Ooh.
ding, 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 but it sounds like it's kind of internal to the device. This one is stump. This one's stumping you. You've got the basics
Someone's
of.
put a code for this, but we don't know the code.
It's a communication device with a code on it.
I'll put it back in the place where I found it.
Okay.
Ooh, let's try this one now. I'll
This
go over to the
this
radio.
weird one, you do see an on off. It has a hello device on it, and there's this big stick coming out of the top of it, and then it's got dials. The dials don't look like this device. The dials look like this device. The thing you brought into the bed.
The radio. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Does it make noise when I get close to it?
It doesn't seem to be on, so no, it doesn't make noise.
Let's try this one.
I'll pick up the hello device and
Yep.
flip the on switch.
Okay, you flip the on switch. Oh, the same horrible noise is happening.
What the heck?
I'll drop it and back away.
Okay, it's got a cord like the other one. The hello device is kind of attached by this really springy cord. Pharisee, you recognize some of the numbers on this thing are the same numbers on the device you were listening to on the bed, or that got put back.
Interesting. Let's match.
It's not making the horrible noise now that Professor's backed away.
Okay. Let's put this about halfway,
Yep.
and then go over and put the other dial about halfway.
Okay. You briefly are able to see the numbers, and you match up some numbers.
Okay, and then let's pick up the thing and talk at it.
All right. Give me a use magic device.
Yep.
All these toys are broken. This is no fun.
Zephyrus will step up and help Pharisee, so
Yeah.
Zephyrus will listen on the one. And,
Yep.
you want to use magic device from both of us?
Sure. You can help. You can help
Yeah, okay.
Zephyrus or Pharisee.
It's not going to be an auto aid. I'm taking a risk.
I'll take that risk. Sure.
Nope.
He didn't help, but didn't hinder. So
Yeah.
he's just so big that when he points at something, his finger is balloonish.
Yeah,
Well-
his big hands are not made for these small things.
Eventually, you
36.
thought you heard yourself speak into this thing, and your voice came out on the other device.
We can talk here and listen here. If the
Zephyrus picks it up
dials
and
are
voltage to his ear.
You also know that this thing has way more numbers than this device.
Well, if we turn this slowly in the direction of the SOS message, what can we hear when we get to that? Can we hear the SOS message?
You can hear the SOS message.
And this has more numbers than that. Let's play the whole range.
Okay.
See if we can find any other signals.
It has more numbers. Apparently, you can also listen. Eventually, you get to a channel, we'll call it, that there is talking.
In a language we understand.
Let me glance at Pharisee. Pharisee's listening through the devicey thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what Pharisee's languages are.
Sylvan, Trade Common, Station, Loan Kwani, Halfling Gnome, Hadian, Aquan.
You can hear a voice in Hadean.
Ah.
1, 2, 7, 54, parallax 7, 10, 16, 14, 5, 6, 4, 11, anti-parallax 7. It just seems to be a bunch of numbers and a few weird words.
I will occasionally interject a number and see if that throws them off at all, or if they respond even at all to the
All right, so you
7.
this channel seems to be beyond the scope of the what would we call this?
The sound recaster.
The sound recaster. Awesome.
Okay.
Let's see. Did they take notice? Nope. They whatever it is, they're boring, and it seems like you may have interrupted one of the numbers, but they just kept on dutifully going. It's a string of numbers, a word. The word that they're using feels very... Give me a knowledge arcana or a knowledge planes.
We are going to go... Well, those are both the same. 20 plus 30... 48.
The odd word is hinting that these are some sort of coordinate system for the planes.
Okay, nice. Interesting. It's calling out... I'll turn it off.
Okay.
It's giving out numbers. It seems like coordinates, planar coordinates.
This thing doesn't have a cord going into the wall.
It's powered by some sort of magic. It's not like a telegraph or something. Just like this other device over here seems to pull from the ether.
The cord that you pulled out of the wall from this device, you think you might be able to plug it into a cord here, but it's now starting to get really complicated.
Yeah, things might connect, but I don't know how. It's strange. But it's saying numbers, and that's interesting. What if we dial some of the... is it possible? The numbers are not the same as the numbers on the dial on
You could, but there's not a 5-digit one on either of these devices, so you're not sure how to
I'm curious if like the numbers channel is giving numbers that would match with the phone dial.
Oh, interesting. No.
No. Yeah. It's giving numbers like 17 and 28 and okay.
Seems broken to me. I'll say, over examining the diving suit.
Yeah, the diving suit. This thing is a little bit easier to understand. It seems to be a metal suit with like some sort of seal skin or shark skin, heavy leathers. It's reinforced and it's got a tube. And you figure it out very quickly. You're a smart person that you could probably breathe underwater through the tube to the surface. They might even have very similar things in Grand Station.
The Pharaoh just looks at it and says, I wonder if they make these things in fan size.
You think the captain will let us use it?
Who knows?
Time for dinner. Time for dinner.
Oh, okay. These toys are boring anyway.
Zephyrus just notices that the professor's energy has waned.
Yep.
All right. We know a little bit about them, though. That's interesting. All right, all right. Time
There's-
for dinner.
There's something very, very solid about these objects. They may be actual things as opposed to part of the dreamscape.
I wonder if these are the anchors the captain was talking about. You think there's some missing that Ezri stole?
Perhaps, perhaps. If quick pass around the room, any place that looks like it ought to hold an object but doesn't?
There is a blank wall above this area that looked like it had hooks. Like it could have had something that was long placed upon the
Okay.
upon the wall.
Perhaps perhaps a tusk or something like that.
You notice his gaff hook was put back on one side,
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
and there are similar hooks on the other side. It's hard to tell what it may have been.
All right.
Or maybe that giant cleaver he had.
Perhaps. Shall we follow the bird?
Let's follow the bird.
You hear a bell, and all of a sudden you're just teleported there.
Oh, this dream is fun.
And you're all seated at seats appropriate for your size.
Oh, how'd we...
All right. I wonder what this captain thinks we like to eat.
Oh, Horace, there's not two of them.
Hopefully
I'm
not.
sure he'll sing us a song about it.
A blur of waiters. It's almost like they're not quite real. They're almost like quasi-real unseen servants. Come out and begin to serve you weird sandwiches with the crusts cut off. And there's a brown paste and a purpley paste. And then there are these cans that kind of make this sound when they're open from the top. They're bright green and orange. And you're pretty sure that they say Phantom on the side of them.
Some sort of swamp inside.
They're bubbly. They smell sweet.
Rotting. Rotting fruit.
Horace, where's the captain? Shouldn't he be eating?
No eat.
No? Not even like a pre-dinner song or anything?
He no longer eats. No longer eats.
Oh, that sounds familiar. I don't eat either.
Well, Horace just hops around the table, kind of making a mess.
Nor I.
Me neither, but I've been so hungry lately.
Give it a try there, kiddo.
I'll try eating something.
Why don't you see if it's poisoned first?
It's very sticky.
Oh, so hungry.
Ah, there are my lovelies.
Captain!
I hope that you've been settling in quite nicely.
We've been exploring the ship.
Ah,
Yeah.
Horace, have you been showing them around? Gave them
Yeah, Horace showed us your audio caster and your diving suit and a
We've
bunch of
been
toys
looking
that are
around on our
broken.
own. Yes.
They make all these loud screaming noises. It really is boring. You should get them fixed.
Oh, Horace, up your nose with a rubber hose. I see you saw my collection.
I didn't
that-
put away, Horace.
Is that what Ezri stole? One of your screeching boxes?
No, but she managed to find her way in there somehow. I wonder how. He sits down, and Horace is just happily giggling, chortling. Please eat as much as you can.
The professor will just start cramming sandwiches in as fast as he can.
Yeah, you've never had peanut butter. I guess you've had jam, but it's this strange mixture of salt and sweet.
Is it magical?
The food, yes, it might have been conjured.
Might have been conjured, okay, but not like
It's my favorite.
magic.
And you get the sense that maybe it's part of the dream.
I'll try and fit a cartoonish amount of sandwiches, and like hopefully they just keep reconjuring in front of me, and I will just continuously. Try
Yeah,
to eat
dummy
them.
waiters come out and just keep on refreshing sandwiches.
Oh,
The captain is all smiles, but there's a little triangle of a crust cut sandwich in front of him, and he kind of pokes at it a little bit. He takes a nibble, but
This is good.
alas, it
I'm
is.
so hungry.
It is my favorite, but I can't seem to remember food. It's been so long. I did find some cat food, however, when Ezri came through. Apparently cats love it. It's a little ashy for my taste, and I don't want to be much of a spaz, but I don't eat meat.
How long have you been dreaming, Remy?
I've been exploring these shores for a long, long time. A glorious captain got every fine detail just quite right, just the way I like it. We always stay on the move, however. We don't want to run into any, how shall we say, pirates.
Oh, we are very skilled at fending off pirates, though.
I was a pirate just earlier today.
But I don't know about pirates in this place.
I know that the ether rail trains have stones, warding stones. Have you considered warding stones of a sort for this thing? Perhaps we could dream them up together.
Warding stones. Interesting. What sort of things are you trying to keep at bay?
Hidden things. The
Yes,
hands that seek out our souls.
in this sort of place, the dream is strong. I've been dreaming for such a long time. You're not from where I'm from, are you?
I'm from Garden.
Station?
Station. Which
Where
station?
are you from?
Hmm.
A grand station indeed.
No. I understand where you're from. You're one of the locals.
Ah.
We've been sailing round and round and round, round and round and round for a long, long time. The more he says round, the room starts to shift. As the room was shifting, I'm going to do a perception check.
Yeah, I can do one of those.
No, I got it.
Ah, yes.
Pharisee, you saw something in the cracks in the walls grinning at you.
Ooh.
Oh. How large?
It seemed to be about the rough size of most of you. But as he was like making the room spin in his dream boat, there was something that was just sort of like grinning and spinning around with it. It seemed really out of place.
Who else is here with you?
It is just me and my co-captain, Horace.
Go, Captain! Go, Captain!
And, well, all of you pleasant people.
I'll take a table knife
Yep.
and flick it at the spot in the wall where I think this thing might be.
Yeah, it's no longer there, but
And anything you brought with you.
I'll pick up another knife I wonder what we did bring with us.
Are any of you prone to bad dreams?
No. Not unless I eat too much before going to sleep, that is.
It's like just cartoonish amounts. I want my stomach is just
Yeah.
like distending.
I see.
You know who sleeps well, Henry? Your friend Sinclair sleeps really, really well.
My
So much more soundly than you.
My manners are poor. Who are all of you? Aside from friends of the little cat thief.
I'm Pharisee, the cursed singer.
I am Zephyrus, a tusker.
There's a second. And I'm Professor Henry Sinclair Chalmers III at your service.
What the fuck? Thurgus gets up, and you notice that he was pointing underneath the professor's chair, and there was that thing again, grinning, like it somehow was underneath the chair, looking at Thurgus. Thurgus spills over his seat. By that time, something had scrambled away. This doesn't seem to alarm Captain Remy.
Come out and introduce yourself, little one.
What? Is there something under my seat?
No, there's nothing under your seat. We get occasionally a little rat or some vermin in this place. Do go on with the introductions. Who are you, nice fuzzy bear? I am Thurgus. There's something under there. And you notice that Thurgus got his sword out. It looks toyish as he's hunting around for whatever it was. And I am Bukurbeck. At least I think this is me before I was Bullywug. A prince into a frog, Oh, is this for eating or for keeping?
It's for eating, Makarna.
Okay, what about this one? Sandwiches just keep on appearing after he eats.
You can keep eating them.
Oh, this one for eating, for keeping.
It's for eating.
Okay, he just continues on like this.
Do you wish to introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm Makarnam, a gobbler. These sandwiches are really good. They're my favorite. What is a gobbler? Oh, it's, I'm just a little gobbler. A little Makarnam. A gobbler. But, one day I'll be big. I'll be bigger than this ship. Impressive.
Whatever Makarnam dreams he can be.
Very impressive. How is it that so many of you have made your way to my ship?
We're pretty much like the coolest people in our world, and like it was too small for us because we're so great, so we came here.
We
Sucky.
are friends with the locals.
Yeah,
And
we're like
we,
great big heroes.
We're in search of our friend who you helped to travel.
Yeah, she's been dreaming for like way too long, and we need to bring her back.
Nonsense. No one can dream for way too long. Although, you probably do want to sever the cord before your body dies. Unless you've got some nursemaid looking after you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got like some cat nursemaids. It's pretty nice, but I think it hurt.
What about you? Do you have someone maintaining you outside?
That is a different story.
And who are you?
Captain Remy.
Captain Remy here. Are you Captain Remy before here?
Oh, I was a captain, an explorer. I was looking for something. Yes, what was I looking for?
Do you remember what?
Searching, looking. Looking, searching.
Yes, searching.
Are you
for...
looking- Are you looking for a way out?
No, that wasn't what I was searching for. It
Are you looking for a person? Someone else who's trapped here?
People.
Yes, that's it. We were looking for people.
Ah. Were you looking for someone named Atlas?
SOS.
That's right. We were looking for someone who was in trouble.
Save our ship. That's what it stands for.
SOS. Eat your fill.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yes, Remy seems to be like having a hard time remembering, and it's kind of coming back to him. Yes, we were looking for the ship that came before we did. They were looking for people. Yes, there's much to do, he says. You'll have to excuse me. I need to go check on something.
I can help you remember.
Oh?
Yeah, she's really good at that, actually. She can help you forget, too, I think.
I'm not
But
sure.
I can't remember.
Puts up a finger, grabs the martini glass that was in front of him. He downs it.
That'll help you forget. If it's the right stuff.
Maybe I didn't want to remember. Maybe I wanted to forget.
If you can remember it, I can help you forget it. How about that?
Yes, I need to check on something.
We can make a deal. We can help each other quite a lot.
Yes. Let me check on something first, please. Enjoy the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're my favorite. Oh, and the phantom soft drink. Please drink up. Eat your fill.
Eat your fill.
What of your parents? What do you recall of them?
Parents.
I'm just going to plant that seed.
They were groovy.
How nice.
Remy, please adjourn to the lounge. You have the run of the ship. Aside, stay off the stay away from the helm.
Oh, man. What about the engine room?
There's no need for you to go down into the engine room.
But I bet I can make it go really fast.
It's not all about need, baby.
The dreamboat runs on dreams.
Yeah, but if we cram a bunch of, like, elementals into the engine, I bet we can supercharge that thing so good.
Interesting. Perhaps when you get your own boat. Excuse me. And he snaps his fingers and disappears.
What was that about?
It seems like he's, like, running from his past, I think. I mean, I'm no expert on it or anything, but it seems like there's a lot of traumatic memories he's trying to avoid.
You think he'll be back for us?
Alright, that fucking thing went in the walls or something. It's in here.
There's a bunch of broken furniture that eventually just got cleaned up.
I can just keep on breaking the furniture and it goes back.
He slams a chair into the ground, it breaks, and then there's just a few moments later you forgot about the broken chair and it's just back.
I'm going to keep a really, really, really close eye on the professor while Thurgus is looking around for this thing.
Okay. The professor just keeps on eating a comical amount of these triangle-shaped white bread, crust cut off, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Washing it down with, he's got to be on his 6th Phantom soft drink.
These are pretty good. Are you gonna eat that?
It's this like really overly sweet orange flavor. You're pretty sure it's orange, but it's bubbly on your tongue. It's something kids would enjoy.
I'll chug my 7th one like in one solid gulp, and
Yep.
then just like let out a massive belch that just totally deflates my distended, cartoonish belly.
Okay, Pharisee, when he let out a belch, something came out.
Ah.
As the fumes of the belch went to the ceiling, you notice that there was the ceiling went black, and something like with a tail, like actually went through the blackened ceiling and disappeared into the ship.
Ah. It's come out of you, Professor. Something.
Oh, what?
Something
Yeah.
No.
Excuse
What
me,
did
I guess.
you bring?
What's that?
What did you bring with you? Is that your Sinclair? Where is your Sinclair right now?
You're not supposed to talk about him.
Oh,
Nobody's
it's okay
really
in the
supposed to.
dream. In the dream, you can talk about it.
Are you sure? I don't really like talking about him.
Captain Remy needs to know.
I
SOS.
guess.
SOS.
I guess
Ooh.
maybe.
Horace is
He's
hopping around on the table, knocking things over, just having a fun time. Seems like a fun bird.
Yeah,
kind of-
absolutely.
he's kind of boring though, and not nearly as smart as me. I don't think you want to hang out with him.
Okay, you don't know
I
if
wanna hang out with him.
you don't know if it's your early onset cursed cholera or the comic amount of sandwiches that you just ate, or this strange overly sugared sparkling water. But you've got a really bad stomach ache and you want to lie down.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Zephyrus looks around to see if anybody else who ate feels bad. Zephyrus didn't eat anything, so he's unaffected.
Now, Bukerbeck tried it. He seems to have good table manners. Makarnam ate a ton of it, but he seems to just be happily sitting there.
I'll look around for like a couch or something in this room.
Yeah, when you guys were exploring earlier, there was a crew cabin, like a nice little bed in there. Not the well, there's also the captain's bed with all the strange devices in it.
I think I need to lie down.
Sure. You've eaten quite a lot. But is it fun to lie down? Isn't this a place to have fun?
I want to have fun, but my stomach hurts.
You guys hear it growl like.
All right.
Zephyrus asks Pharisee, "Did you really see something come out of there?"
Your distended belly.
something,
Your distended
yes.
belly. There's something pushing on it from the inside, and it looks like a face trying to push its way through the skin.
What do you
Well,
think
just-
that is? That doesn't look like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I'll fucking cut it open, says Thurgus. He's got his toy-looking sword out as he jumps up onto the table. Oh, get him!
Why don't you lie down on the table here? Let's have our alien moment.
Okay. With a big swathing swing of the sword, Dreamtime Thurgus like sends a bunch of the cutlery and plateware shattering to the ground.
You might want to move out of the way, Horace. I think our friend has eaten something he might not have wanted to in life.
There's something wrong with young Henry's belly button.
Ah.
It seems like the face inside his belly has made its way down to his belly button and is trying to push through the belly button.
I can heal you after this thing comes out. Do you want to let it out, Henry?
Oh, whatever, just
Important question. Did you eat it for keeping or for eating?
Oh, eating, I think.
I don't think that's how his internals work. Oh, okay.
Bookerbeck, can you hedge this thing in?
Hold on, maybe I can get it. And I'll like look down